beautiful sweet friends, how you doing today? It's me, Sharita Jones, checking back in with another video. Hey guys, it's time for another episode of It's Hard Out Here for a Temp. Sing it with me. You know it's hard out here for a temp when you're trying to get this money for the rent. You know it's hard out here for a temp when you're trying to get this money for the rent. Guys, here's another chapter in my series, It's Hard Out Here for a Temp. Let me tell you a story from my life as a temp. It's a tale of excitement, miscommunication, and the unexpected consequences of being unapologetically myself. Hello? I call it too happy for the job. It all started with a call from the temp agency recruiter. Hey, he said, his voice brimming with enthusiasm. He was super excited. He said, I've got an amazing opportunity for you. A 6-week assignment at a logistics company. He said, you'll be covering for a woman who's about to go on maternity leave any day now. He made it sound like this was the gig of the century. Then he said, listen, when you go in for the interview, I want you to show them your wonderful, beautiful, bubbly personality. That's how he said it. He said, you're perfect for this. You are perfect for this job. And they need to see how excited you are about this job. This is what he told me as I walked in with all my excitement bubbling over. I thought, okay, no problem. I've always been naturally upbeat. Always been naturally me. And if this company wanted someone cheerful, I was ready to shine, guys. I was ready to shine. The day of the interview came. I walked into the logistics company full of energy, guys. I was pumped. I was excited. I was ready to go. The office was your typical corporate maze, guys. Gray walls, fluorescent lights, and people were just walking around, guys, looking like they were counting the minutes, girl. They was counting the minutes, guys, until lunchtime. Yes, they was. They was counting the minutes. I was greeted by the manager, Tom, a nice enough guy, and the woman I'll be filling in for was Karen. She was the soon-to-be mom. Let's just say Karen's energy was not as vibrant as mine, okay? Karen was not going for it. She looked tired, she looked irritated, and she was completely over everything, guys. Completely over everything. Still, I went in there and I gave it my all, guys. I smiled. I answered all the questions with enthusiasm, and I showed them that I was excited about the opportunity. Now, here's where things took a turn. Tom seemed to like me. I mean, he really seemed to like me. He asked me thoughtful questions. He was even excited about my Scentsy. Tom was like engaged with me, just talking. He nodded along as I explained my experiences. He just enjoyed me telling him how I traveled all over the world. Tom was with it. Tom was like, when can you start? He was super excited. But Karen, she seemed less impressed. Karen was not feeling it at all. She said, why are you so happy? She asked. She was squinting at me like this. Why are you so happy? Like I was an alien. She was looking at me like I had three heads. She was just looking at me like I was crazy. I paused. I literally paused. I was confused. I'm like, well, I'm just excited about this opportunity, I said, smiling as instructed, because that's what the recruiter told me to do, to smile. He told me to smile and show my excitement. Karen leaned back in her chair, unimpressed, guys. She was so unimpressed. She said, we don't do happy around here. She said, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. She said, no, we don't do happy around here. I laughed. Literally, I laughed. I chuckled, thinking that she was joking, guys. But Karen wasn't joking. Karen wasn't joking at all. Karen literally told me that I was too happy and too bubbly for the job. As the interview went on, it became clear that there was a silent battle happening between Tom and Karen. Tom wanted to give me the job, but Karen didn't want me to have the desk at all. Tom was ready to hire me on the spot, guys, on the spot. He wanted me to do this 6-week assignment as a temp for 6 weeks for Karen, but Karen was not having it at all. So Tom was like, when can you start? He asked with a grin. He was smiling from ear to ear, but Karen was not having it at all. She crossed her arms and said, no, Tom, no, I'm not leaving my desk to her. She said it just like that. I sat there stunned, guys, stunned. I sat there stunned, guys, literally stunned. What was this? Game of Thrones Office Edition? It was like the battle of the desk up in here. The battle of the desk, shaking my head, guys. When the interview ended, I called my recruiter to give him the rundown. I explained everything. Karen, Tom, and her comment about not doing happy. Karen wasn't doing happy. My recruiter was not amused at all. He said, why were you so happy in the interview? He snapped. He just snapped at me. It was like, why were you so happy? I blinked. I literally blinked. Because you told me to show my excitement and be happy about the job, recruiter. He sighed. Just, well, why didn't you match their energy? He said. Why didn't you not match their energy? He said, the next time I send you on an interview, you match the person's energy that you're interviewing with. He said, if they're sad, you be sad. If they're mad, you be mad. He said, if they're miserable, you be miserable. Those was his exact words. I literally couldn't believe what I was hearing. I couldn't believe it at all. Literally, I was stunned. I say, recruiter, how do you turn off joy? How do you turn off excitement, honey? How do you do that? Especially if that's naturally who you are, I asked. If that's naturally who you are, how do you turn that off? This recruiter had the nerve to say, he said, figure it out. He said sharply. He sharply said this. At this point, guys, I realized two things. One, I wasn't getting the job. And two, my recruiter was acting like he was Ike Turner and I was Tina Turner, okay? Trying to control every move I made. Wink, wink. Wasn't going, no ma'am. But the recruiter was very upset with me. He was upset with me. The recruiter was very upset with me, okay? He was so upset, not just because I didn't get the assignment, but because he didn't get the account with the logistics company. To him, my happiness was a liability. To me, it was just who I am. It's just who I am, guys. I was just being me, and that's all I know how to do is be me. I was just being my true, authentic self, honey. That's all I was doing. Now, let me ask you, when did being happy become a professional crime? When? I thought the point of an interview was to show who you are and what you bring to the table. That's what I always thought. I brought enthusiasm, positivity, and readiness to work. Apparently, I was supposed to bring doom and gloom instead. I don't know how to do that. Sorry. Don't know how to do doom and gloom. But here's the thing. I don't want to be someone else just to fit into a workplace. I'm not going to dim my light, guys, to make someone else comfortable. I'm just ain't going to do it. I'm not going to do it, okay? Just not going to do it, humbly speaking. I'm not going to do it. It's hard out here for a temp, especially when people expect you to shape shift to match every mood and every personality. I'm an atmosphere changer, honey. But here's what I've learned. You can't let a single job or a single person take away your joy. Shine, sugar, shine bright. So I didn't get the assignment, and that's fine. That's fine. It wasn't meant for me. It wasn't meant for me to be there. I'll find a place where my energy is appreciated, not just criticized. I'll find a place where I'm celebrated and not tolerated, because being too happy might be a problem for them or might be a problem for Karen. But for me, it's my superpower. Being happy is my superpower. Hey. So thank you so much for listening, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Hey, thank you so much for listening. So we gonna live our best lives, guys, and we ain't gonna let nobody steal our joy. Hey, 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 hey. Sing it with me. You know it's hard out here for a temp when you're trying to get this money for the rent. You know it's hard out here for a temp when you're trying to get this money for the rent. You know it's hard. It's hard out here for a temp. Hey, it's hard out here for a temp. It's hard out here for a temp. Clap, 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 clap. Hey, clap, 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 clap. Hey, hey, clap, 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 clap. Hey, clap, 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 clap. It's hard out here for a temp. Hey, it's hard out here for a temp. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Welcome back to another episode, guys. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. God bless y'all. Thank y'all so much for always liking, watching, commenting, and subscribing. And I'll see y'all in the next episode of It's Hard Out Here for a Temp. It's hard out here for a temp. Love y'all. Have a good day. Bye for now.